I mean, it will
There.
eventually when we're actually on the air. I mean, that's how being on the air works. It has to tell you that first, Jeff. Are we recording on your end?
Not yet.
Okay, because you were distracted, and I just wanted to make sure.
It's kind of funny. All right. It is Monday morning. And as you start your work week, you're sitting there thinking to yourself, what's coming out this week? How was the weekend? And what are they going to do to make up for the fact that they cannot get this history section to work? Well, let's see if you find out.
Welcome to Forget Being Cool 28 for August 7th, 2017. My name is Dave Moore. Joining me is my main man, my man on the internet, Johnny _ Casino.
Dave, you got the date right.
I mean, I looked at it this time.
Dave, we need to figure something out.
Yeah.
So recently, it was pointed out that I am the voice of reason.
I actually don't even know what this is about.
You don't know why I'm the voice of reason?
No, I mean, I'm the one who like makes you buy amiibos. I'm pretty sure I was the voice of reason. Like
That's no. You're the you know what? And maybe I have the answer here. I'll give you the answer in a minute. I hope I don't forget this. So it was pointed out. I believe it was Luke Lore.
I saw this crazy Twitter conversation about playing Titanfall, and then I was like, I'm not going to play Titanfall, guys. Like,
yeah, but you said it on the show. You said it on the show apparently, and then I became the voice of reason. And now we both listen to George Jesse Go, and not to completely rip off every other podcast out there, but every once in a while you find something that's just kind of fun way to introduce. And I kind of like that idea. And we talked about it being like, Johnny Casino, the voice of reason. You'd be like right. Dave Moore, and yours. We got to find you a good one though, because I can't just have it be one sided. And I want it to be something actually good, right? Something positive ish, at least. Right. But the thing that jumped in my head as you were talking about how you're trying to push me to buy amiibos is you'd be Dave Moore, the voice of compulsion.
Somehow as that is possibly a negative comment, I'm also like in favor of it.
It's kind of funny.
It actually kind of works.
Yeah. And it just popped in my head as you were talking about compulsively buying things and having me compulsively buy things.
Right.
So, how you been, man?
Been good. Yeah, totally. Went out last night. Thanks, Jeff, for bailing on me. Gonna call you out right now, Jeff, cause to character crunch. I went out to Wing Night, right? Wing Night at Around the Corner. And I say Around the Corner, not that because it's around the corner, that's the actual name of the bar. It's called Around the Corner. Hands down, greatest wings ever. They have the best wings.
Okay, hold on a second. You keep saying this, and here's what's going to happen. I'm going to come visit you, which we got to get set up.
You're going to go and you're going to be like, these are the worst wings I've ever had. And I'll be like, no, yeah, you're wrong.
No. They probably won't be the worst. I've had some really bad wings in my time. But what's going to happen is it's going to be like,
all pizza places have the worst wings in the world. All pizza places.
Well, no, but what's going to happen is like, man, these are the most like mediocre wings ever. And that's what it's going to come out to being. Right? Because I've also had some really good wings.
On a really good night, like last night, these are the best wings. They have their off nights. I'm not going to lie, right? Like maybe there's somebody else in the kitchen. I don't know. But
they shouldn't have off nights.
I mean, they shouldn't, but sometimes wing night's weird. Like for some reason, like we came in and my friend got his wings first, and then it like took him like maybe 10-15 minutes to bring me my wings, which is just weird. I mean, I ordered more wings, but I don't know. But mine came out and they were perfect. Like they were perfect. Oh my God. Best wings ever. But anyway, there's this lady sitting next to me at the bar, right? Because with only two people, you might as well just sit at the bar. You're going to get food stuff faster, right? She's probably like in her mid 60s, right? And because I'm waiting so long for my wings, like I'm drinking probably more than I should at this point, which is fine, whatever. But this lady convinces me by saying YOLO. This 60-year-old woman.
Oh, okay. So first of all, YOLO should never convince you to do anything.
Right. No, it shouldn't.
Unless you're in a fraternity. and in which case you need a new fraternity, though.
No, I would completely agree with you. In any other situation, but this lady was ridiculous. So I had probably two more than I probably should have had. That's fine. But it was stupid. It woke me up at 5 this morning, John. This is the first time in the history of doing this show that I've gotten up, listened to 2 podcasts, and also showered before we done this show. Because normally I come out here and like basically the clothes I wore the day before.
Well, I mean, you definitely smell better right now.
I know. I mean, it's almost incredible how like this microphone picks up all the smells.
Hey, do you think if you get someone whose religious affiliation has them believing in reincarnation, that you could yell YOLO at them and they would care? Because literally YOLO does not apply to that person.
No, it doesn't. No, they live multiple times.
Yeah.
You only live multiple
over
times.
and over again.
Yeah, what would that be? Yeah, YOLO.
YOLO. Whoa. Okay. Wow. That just.
Anyway,
well, that's a thing.
No, so I let this lady convince me, and she's super nice, and it was funny and stupid. But I don't know why it woke me up at 5, John. I've never been this productive before this show ever. I've listened to the end of 36 Questions, which we won't talk about here. Not
No,
yet.
we won't, because I have not heard it yet.
And also later we'll talk about what the other show I listened to. But halfway through Jordan Jesse Go already too.
Oh, I don't even think my phone's downloaded that one yet. The last time I updated it was a little after 3 because I was trying to make sure that We the Gamercast actually came out when it was supposed to, or if it was gonna get all screwy like whenever I post things sometimes.
You guys were keeping me up.
So we do. But hey, you know what I was doing during that time, Dave?
Being productive then instead of being productive at 5 this morning.
Yeah, well, no. I mean, I was up all night.
Oh, that's right. You were working.
Yeah, I was working. Oh, so first of all, a few nights ago, I finished Uncharted 4.
Oh, can we talk about this? I mean, I've never even played this game.
Okay, I think it had probably one of my favorite stories of the Uncharted games.
Okay.
The combat was fine, but here's my problem. I had a few other things I was really excited to get into. So I felt like I just needed to, like, I didn't want to play it anymore because I had other stuff I really wanted to play.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but I didn't want to stop playing it and pick it up later. I knew I needed to finish the story because the story was good, right? And so I was like, you know what? Let's just get through this game quicker. So I kicked it down to not to easy mode, but one step below easy mode, which is called Adventurer. And I kicked it all the way down to Adventurer mode, which still has combat. I think I still died once, but you don't die very quick. Like, you get shot lots of times and not die. But I kicked it all the way down there to get the game finished. And I gotta say this: the final boss, I liked the fight with him better than I did a number of the other ones for the other like Uncharted games.
Okay, but so people argue about whether Uncharted 3 or Uncharted 4 is better because of the story or whatever. And
I thought people like 2.
And people really think 2 is probably the high peak of like everything that encompasses Uncharted to people. I'm just curious, like, people seem to rag on this because it doesn't seem like it fits in the story. Like, does it feel okay? Like,
I mean, I'm not
part of this as part of this world, because you kind of binge through them, so like I guess you would know. Like, it seems like they kind of like threw his brother in there as a character all of a sudden for some reason.
Yeah, it was one of those things, and sure, they explained why he never mentioned his brother before, right? Like, he had an explanation for that, and it gave a lot of backstory to why he is who he is, and a few other things. I mean, yeah, I could see the argument for it being a cop-out.
Okay.
But I thought story-wise, I thought it was one of the. I thought it was probably my favorite story to go through of all of them.
Okay. Maybe I'll play it someday.
Yeah, and it's beautiful game. I got lost a number of times. Like, I just could not figure out where to go. And for a on rails game, there were times I found it really difficult to find those rails.
That's really that comment right there completely turns me away.
Well, no, it could just be me.
No, but I look. I have a hard time staying on the rails in the other Uncharted games, like already as it is compared to most people, and I just don't like it, and it makes me
Yeah.
mad when those games. And this isn't a personal opinion to those of you who like Uncharted, right? Everybody, calm down. Like if I wander off the main beat and the main story of that game, like I no longer care at all. Like
Yeah, but that's that's the
I
thing though. With
like
the Uncharted games, you can't.
well, but you can because you're supposed to sneak off and find those collectibles and stuff. But like, if I'm not just kind of plowing through it, like I'm done. Like if I get stuck in an area and I can't figure out like what I need to like make fall or move or like where I'm supposed to climb up, like I'm done. Like I'm just angry and done.
Well, and, one nice thing about the Naughty Dog games, so basically Uncharted and The Last of Us, is if you don't do something quick enough, like if you're wandering around long enough, it'll
No,
tell you to hit up for a hint.
yeah,
But it doesn't always do that. Like if you're in an area and you just need to get to the next area, and like there's, I don't know, one window you can go through to get to the next, big open area. There were times when I was like, I couldn't remember where I was in this open area
right.
to figure out where or like what beam I needed to duck under, and that got frustrating. And so Adam Leonard, not to brag, but Adam Leonard was doing an AMA on Twitter thing.
Okay.
So like he was doing like a Twitter live deal or whatever,
Yeah.
and whatever. So I was watching that, and I kept telling him I'm lost because he loves Uncharted. His whole argument for me getting a PS4 was because Uncharted, right? And so
which look, I've played Uncharted. I haven't played Uncharted 4, but I don't think that's a reason to buy a console.
no, well, I mean, I had lots of reasons to want it, but
you could really like Uncharted, but I don't think it's enough. And that, I mean, if we were at Nintendo, had a conversation, maybe we'll talk to Sean about this. Had a conversation this week about this idea of like if you were to trade something like a Nintendo franchise to another one, like Smash Brothers is a system seller, Mario Kart is a system seller, like Uncharted is not a system seller.
yeah,
That's the difference to me.
But to some people it is.
Okay,
right.
Fine.
But the point is, Adam Leonard is supposed, like, he is always pushing how great Uncharted is, whatever. So I figured all I needed to say to him was, Adam, I'm lost, and he could just tell me where to go. But it turns out his complaint was he didn't have enough information to tell me where to go. Bull. You know it that well. That's all I need to say. And it's funny too, because everyone else is like asking questions about podcasting and how he got into it, all this stuff. And my thing was, where do I go next? So
it's an okay franchise, I guess. I enjoyed Uncharted.
That you're only interested on what you can plow through.
I like fun plow through games like God of War, which is why God of War, the new one, looks concerning.
God of War, the new one. That would be a terrible title for a video game.
the new God of War.
Yeah. Oh.
The new Kratos daddy. The new Kratos daddy. I had a name now. Kratos daddy.
You lost it.
Yep, sure did.
So Dave, last night I was at work.
Tell me about work, John. Was it bad? Was work good?
Well, and it was boring, but I kept myself entertained. I'll talk about that later. But I took some breaks. I was watching a show. I've been watching like here and there, not binging it, but I've been like watching here and there. You're the Worst, which is way better than I thought it was.
Why do I feel like I've seen that? What is that about again?
It's about a dude who's British, I think, or Australian. I think he's British. And he hooks up with this girl at a wedding of mutual friends, and neither one of them wants a relationship, but they basically find themselves in one, and they're terrible people, kind of. I don't know, it's good. That's not a good way to describe it.
I feel like I've seen this. Okay. Anyway.
So I was thinking, okay, so Monday's coming up. We got to do our history segment. And I just could not find a way to make it work. I've tried different things. And the only time it ever worked well was the one article that had a funny name, and that's all I knew was the name. And you've let me down ever since.
Because I can't find one with a good name, or like I did. Basically, all I did. We'll say this, and maybe there's somebody out here who could just send us something, right? Like somebody's maybe smarter than I am, and who has been listening to this show since the beginning, right? I went and I typed in the day's date of the first episode, right?
Yeah.
Of the show. went to a list of events that occurred on that day in whatever year ago, and I picked one that sounded funny and also had a Cleveland connection, right? And I was like, this will be great. I'll be able to pull like Texas connections. It'll be great. And ever since then, like I'll pull up that list, and all I get is like the battle of whatever, the battle of this, the something attacked this. Like it's not exciting. Like that's not has no is no relevance or like nothing we're actually going to talk about related to it.
So with that in mind, I stumbled across something else that I found interesting, and it's actually a few different articles here. You ever go to cracked.com?
No. Like,
okay, so cracked.com.
Okay.
Right. They talk about stuff. They're very intelligent with like really good research and stuff like that about these different things they're talking about. And a lot of times it's like things you didn't know about such and such, and things you thought were true but aren't, and whatever. But it's really funny writing that goes along with it. It's a website that's worth checking out. Like it's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite websites I almost never go to.
Okay.
So I stumbled across something, and I found some articles, and these kind of go along with you a little bit. So this first one here, because I know you're out there on the prowl. You're out there trying to meet old women that yell YOLO at you.
No, I wasn't. That was the intention of not doing that, and will never happen again.
Did she ever say YOLO and start like undoing her blouse?
No. She was.
She was actually, a blouse. She's old.
She was actually with her husband, who I ended up talking to, and he was really cool and nice. And
did they like put their arms around each other, give you that look, and both say YOLO to you?
No. It didn't get weird, John. Calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down. Well, it didn't get weird, John. I mean, it was a little weird.
Maybe you just don't find that weird.
All right, maybe I.
Yeah. Wow, you gave up on that one quick.
Maybe I'm just trying to make you move on, John.
You said you're in bed with beer. You meant with someone with a beard.
That's not what I meant.
So what I have for you, and I'm not gonna, and I will read further into any of these subheadings if you choose. But the article is 6 historic sex and dating rituals you'll be glad died out.
All right.
Number 6. Marital disputes were occasionally settled via fights to the death.
All right.
Apparently in the 13th century this happened, through the Middle Ages. Wow. In 1200, for instance, there was a battle between a husband and wife in Bale, Switzerland, whilst another battle in 1228 resulted in literally crushing defeat for the husband and what must have been some extremely heavy petting. Whoa, that's funny. They're funny. Okay, number 5. Spending your first night together meant being sealed in a sack.
What?
Okay, so in the 17th century, teen couples interested in spending the night together were wrapped in burlap sacks and left to lie next to each other. It was known as bundling.
That's weird.
Yeah, apparently it's popular in England and Wales.
Like still popular?
No. Oh, God, no, I hope not.
No, wait. Hold on. Just to clarify. They're wrapping each other in burlap sacks and then like putting the sacks next to each other, or they're wrapping each other together into one burlap sack?
No. Each in the sacks, right? So when a teenage couple would spend the night together, the girl would have a sack tied around her waist in order to ward off any intruders. That's just a great way to put that. The dehornified couple would then be tucked into bed, and just to make sure no nonsense happened, they were separated further by a wooden plank.
Dehornified.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a better show for... No, never mind. All right.
So basically they could spend a night together, but without the parents worrying about nonsense happening.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty hard to prevent. I'm just gonna throw that out there. To you, John, as a parent.
Hey, define a word for me.
Okay.
And do a Google search here. Talisman.
Define talisman.
Yeah.
Talisman means an object, typically an inscribed ring or stone, that is thought to have magic powers and to bring good luck.
There you go, John.
Okay.
Thank you, Siri.
So I found it really disturbing that you've turned Siri into a British man.
It's just the man voice.
Is that
And I call him Suri.
ridiculous? So apparently you could carry creepy, intense talismans of your lover's eye. If you love someone, you probably spend a fair amount of time gazing deeply into their eyes. Wow. That's creepy looking. I'm not going to show you that. That's bad. If you had to get birth control advice from illicit pamphlets. This is dirty.
Well, I mean, you picked a pretty suggestive theme to discover to talk about. Discover's not the right word there. To discuss.
But as there's no problem that students won't solve if it allows them to bone or drink, they hit the books, went underground, and mass-produced their own pamphlet. Oh my God, I'm opening this up.
What? Why are you opening?
It's from Atlas Obscura. It's the freaking pamphlet.
Wow.
It's the birth.
Huh? Okay, wait. Have you ever read these pamphlets, like the legitimate pamphlets, not like these weird ones? The ones that like sit in Planned Parenthood.
No, I've never actually been.
You've probably never been into a physical Planned Parenthood. Anyway,
no.
These are hilarious and ridiculous, and they're almost just as bad as the health classes that they teach in America. I'm just gonna throw it out there. It's almost as bad, if not worse.
Dave, Sean just pointed out you once again misspelled the title of the show.
You're welcome, Sean. It was for you.
So the Birth Control Handbook, first printed in 1968 by students at McGill University. Oh my! So here's the page on abortion, and you should see the picture. I'm gonna hold on. I gotta share this.
Forge being cool.
Yeah, no, I don't want showcase. I want screen to share. What did I do?
You're sharing your screen.
Okay, you see the screen?
Is this appropriate? Are we gonna get shut down on YouTube?
No, but can you see this woman's face? Like, I don't know what's happening there.
No, I don't know what.
Here we go. Hormonal balance in the menstrual cycle. That was a page in there. Oh, here you go. It's a nice drawing for you, Dave. Dave, did you know how this worked?
Yes, I did. These are scientific, by the way, YouTube.
They are. Well, that one's not.
All right. Well, don't get us shut down, John.
Wow. It's not that bad.
Oh, but I've seen worse. I've seen channels get shut down. I've seen channels get shut down for a lot less. This marks the end of the Dayspace YouTube channel.
It's about time.
From this point forward, you will have to get all our video versions of the show over at the Nintendo Guru YouTube channel.
Oh, that. Okay. So here's number one here. Ending a marriage meant being sold at a market if you were a woman. I mean, that's like a double win for the guy, right? Freedom and some cash?
Kinda.
Okay. Here's the next one I came up with. And this will probably take us to our music, I assume. 10 insane video game achievements.
Okay, I'm ready.
Rock Band 2, Dave. Did you get the Bladder of Steel achievement?
No, I did. I already knew what you were going to say. Bladder of Steel, and no, I've attempted it multiple times.
Okay, so tell me, what does it take to get the Bladder of Steel?
The way I remember it is playing through like all like 60 songs like straight, like no breaks, essentially trying to get the highest score. I don't remember the exact parameters of the achievement, but it's basically playing through all the songs on the disc nonstop. It's like one big endless set list, so it ends up being like 12 hours or something stupid.
So close, right? So the task is to complete the Endless Set List 2, a 7-hour-long song playlist, which you must complete without failing or even pausing.
Right.
You'd think you'd be able to have like 2 people, so you could like hand it off between them and make this work. Or like a group of people. I
mean, yeah, you could do that, but the fun way to do this is to get 4 people Like
There's nothing fun about trying to play Rock Band for 7 hours straight.
No, it is, John. It is super fun if you actually have people who like playing Rock Band.
Because if you get to the 6.5 hour point and you fail something or you're too tired or whatever.
Right.
No.
John, I've worked for 21 hours straight.
Sure.
Playing Rock Band for 7 hours. I did a 24-hour live stream for Extra Life.
Yeah, but you got up and went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
There's no getting. It's called Bladder of Steel. There's no getting up.
Yeah, well, I worked 21 hours in a gas station with not being able to go to the bathroom.
You had a Coke bottle under the counter.
Yes, but I could also.
Did you really?
No. No, I would actually call it. Hey, 7-Eleven, if you're listening, I would call a friend and make them come in just to say hi, give them a free Slurpee, and then I would make them watch the store while I went to go to the bathroom.
Nice.
Because I had no choice because there was nobody else in the store.
That's messed up.
So in this case, the Rock Band, you get like 7 people, and you have people who are able to rotate in for people who have to go pee for like one song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's super. I mean, the best way to do this, and this is legitimate and high living room clutter listeners, like the best way to do this is to get 4 people and actually attempt it with like a full band.
Oh, God, no.
Where everybody's responsible, plus you'll unlock the achievement for all the instruments.
Yeah, but can you imagine though? Can you imagine you get to like the second to last song?
No, that's the point, John.
And
that's the point.
And your friend George like screws it all up for everybody. Yeah. No one would talk to George ever again. Like, thanks, George. You just wasted 6.5 hours of our life.
No, I mean that is the fun of it, John.
Oh, no, screw that. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Gary's Mod. I guess that's the name of the game?
Yes.
Gary's Mod. So the achievement's called Yes, I'm the Real Gary. And to get this achievement, you have to play the game with Gary Newman, the creator. I don't know how you do it.
I don't even know if that's possible. That seems impossible.
Apparently, he doesn't play very often, so you have to really stalk him to figure out when he's going to be on. All right. Mortal Kombat. Kung Fu is stronger. You have to gain mastery of all 28 fighters. To accomplish that, you need to win 2,800 matches, perform 2,800 fatalities, 4,200 X-ray moves, spill 280,000 liters of blood, and play for at least 672 hours.
I mean,
672 hours of Mortal Kombat.
Somebody should have done this by now.
I'm sure somebody has. Here we go. Gears of War 3. Seriously 3.0. You love playing this game? Well, you won't after attempting this. You'll have to play the game's mediocre multiplayer for about 2 years to complete the 65 required Onyx medals, getting 6,000 kills with 10 individual weapons, being the MVP 500 times, and getting 4,000 headshots are just a couple of the tasks you have to do. Here we go. Pure Hold'em. Pure poker is the thing. To get to level 100, it takes 10,000 hours of playing poker to do. 10,000 hours.
Look, I really liked my poker games. I liked my online poker games in the early days of online gaming, but God, I would never play that much ever.
Have you ever played the Stanley Parable?
No.
It's really bizarre, and I don't know how to describe it to you, but there's a thing called commitment, and to get it, if you hate Tuesdays, you'll love this achievement, as it tasks you with playing the game for the entire 24-hour period of any given Tuesday.
Hold on. What?
So on a Tuesday at midnight, you start playing this game, and you do not stop until midnight again.
On Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, you could just leave the game running. Theoretically, right?
I guess. It's a weird game. So Left 4 Dead. Here, this is a good one. The creators of the game saw Dead Rising Zombie Genocider, because it's called the achievement's called Zombie Genocidist, right? So the Left 4 Dead creator saw Dead Rising's Zombie Genocider achievement, which made you kill 53,594 zombies, right? To get it, they decided to make it 0.001% harder. So to get the Zombie Genocidist, you have to kill 53,595 zombies. You have to kill one more zombie in this game than the achievement in a different game to get it.
Stick it to your developers, right?
Super Mario RPG. There's the Super Jumpsuit. You will need to successfully jump on an enemy 100 times in a row. Now, have you played these like Mario RPG type games?
Never. I mean, not
Okay,
really.
so basically the way it works is
I played them casually, so I guess I get how this works.
yeah, like you hit the button to jump, and then you can keep hitting it. And as long as you keep hitting A at the exact right time, then you keep jumping.
Right.
But you have to do it at the exact right time 100 times.
That's crazy.
Metal Gear Solid 2, it's called Great Dane. You have to collect 218 dog tags by holding up soldiers and waiting until they drop one. The thing is, each soldier has a different dog tag, so get ready to pick up almost every enemy in the game. Also, each difficulty setting has a different dog tag set, so you have to play the complete 10-hour plus game 5 times.
That's nuts. That's stupid. But see, here's the thing with most of these achievements, John.
What's that?
Like, they're all like, how much time sink can we possibly make this person do?
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's just how much ridiculous crap.
Yeah. I mean, how ridiculous can we make it, and how much time can we make it take?
Okay, here's the last one.
All right.
Half-Life 2, which is a game I'm going to embark on soon.
Okay.
I
You're
believe.
gonna do this. You're gonna get this achievement then.
No. It's called Little Rocket Man. You have to carry a garden gnome from the beginning to the end of the game, then put him in a rocket ship and send him into space. Here's the kicker. First of all, his name is Gnome Chomsky. He has to be carried with the gravity gun, which means you can't use the gravity gun or any other weapon while you're carrying him. So you have to carry him, set him down, I assume, do your fighting, go pick him back up and carry him further.
So it's the worst escort mission ever. Is essentially what it is, because you got to guide him through the whole game.
Yeah, you have to carry him through the whole game.
Yeah, but basically you're taking the escort missions from every game that is worse and making you do an entire game of it.
Kind of. I don't know. I don't like escort like this. You're just carrying something. You can set it down, do your thing, go back and pick it up. With these other escort missions, you have to like worry about like the person stops, and therefore you have to deal with that. And then the person goes around a corner the wrong way, and you have to follow the person there. Like this, at least you have complete control over this one.
I mean, but are they in danger when I set them down?
No, it's a freaking garden gnome. No one cares about a garden gnome. You just gotta not forget it.
That's still stupid.
Yeah. All right, Dave.
It's the management of watching something throughout an entire game that sounds awful. I don't want to do this.
No, I agree. Dave, let's play some music. And while you play some music, I will let you bring in someone for us to talk to afterwards.
Yeah. Get ready. I'm going to send you a thing on Twitter.
Yeah, the person standing
by.
Okay, so the song today is from OC Remix. The song is called Pirate Shout. It's Guybrush Threepwood from Monkey Island. I wanted to play this because you knew nothing about Monkey Island, so I figured I'd play a Monkey Island song for you. It's off the album Heroes vs. Villains. As always, if you go to forgetbeingcool.com, this is episode 28, and you will find all the links. You can click on the picture. It will take you to OC Remix where you can download the music. So here it is. Pirate Shout, Guybrush. I can't say all these words.
Just go to forgetbeingcool.com.
Yeah,
you can read all these words over there.
Yeah, here we go.
Hi, we're back. John.
Yeah, all right. Sorry, I forgot to turn my mic back up. Yeah, so that was Pirate Shout, Guybrush Threepwood from Monkey Island, the Heroes versus Villains. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a nice little hard rock thing. I enjoyed that a lot. I had fun. I like hard rock. But we have our guest with us here to help us discuss what is coming out.
Don't wear fucking capris. Those are for girls.
Sean Capri is with us. Did you like that one?
I did. I want to hear it one more time.
Here we go.
Don't wear fucking capris. Those are for girls.
He's saying don't wear capris. It's for girls.
It is.
But I had
girls.
to like bleep out part of it.
Capris are
Here's
for
the
girls.
other part. Here's the other one I considered.
Is capris are not for dudes.
That's the winner. That's the winner.
It was all I could find, and that dude was like stoned out of his mind when he made that video.
How's it going?
Oh God.
How are you, Sean?
Oh man.
I'm good. I barely made it to the show.
For some reason,
Were you pulling a dude swipe right?
I was
swipe
swiping
front
I
to
was swiping
back?
north and south.
North and south.
you don't wipe east and west. You want to make sure that it all gets just kind of down and out.
Okay, now
guys.
can we talk about this for a second, or is Dave going to stop me?
no, I mean, I'm not going to stop you ever, John. That's kind of my role in this show is to never stop you.
Never stop,
Okay.
never stopping.
You hear this debate. Is it front to back or back to front?
Oh God, it's not even a debate.
Wait, this is a debate?
It's a conversation.
Who's bringing that to the front?
I mean, as long as you stop short, as long as you do the quick stop.
No, why
Like in
risk
Seinfeld.
that? There's
What is
a
happening
lot
to
of-
our show?
I have a tendency to do this when I guest on the show. It immediately turns into poop talk. In case we
Okay.
weren't clear, everybody, we're talking about poop.
I think it was
God,
pretty clear.
why do you guys have me on this show? Oh my God. No wonder you only let me come in after the music.
So, well, the key is to have people pop in on us.
Yeah.
So even though you will probably be here for the rest of the show, it's still a pop in.
Right.
That's true. I do like a good pop in, just like my poop just popped out.
I mean, that's a pop out. That's not the same as a pop in.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, pop-outs are good too. Pop-outs are great.
Dave, I feel like, well, actually, John, I should say, I feel like you needed a little backup on that whole Uncharted 4 chat, because I feel like you were sort of hesitant to show it some love because you knew that Dave was going to throw it some shade. So I feel like you didn't really lean into that as much as you would have liked to. And I wish that I was here for you in the chat, but I wish that you had somebody kind of right next to you, just put my arm around you, give you a tap on the shoulder.
Don't worry.
It's okay to love this game. This game is a masterpiece.
Don't worry. When this comes out, when this episode comes out, and Adam Leonard listens to it, not to brag, but when he listens to it, he is going to explode all over Twitter at Dave.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. No, look at this is obviously some deep-seated root hate with my PlayStation 4 that I feel like I can't invest more into it. I probably would really enjoy Uncharted 4. Probably would.
Okay.
But I'm done. Like I'm done taking those gambles. Like I really am.
Now there's something so there's a specific segment we're bringing you in here for today. But before we get into that, I needed to tell you about something. And I held this until you were coming in here.
He needs to tell you something, Sean. This is
you're gonna tell me something? I'm ready.
This is important.
You'll like this.
I'm ready.
You'll like this.
I'm ready.
So I finished Uncharted, right? And then last night I had a low tire on my motorcycle. The weather looked like it was shady. So I was like, I'm gonna take the car. If I take the car, I can bring the nicer system with me to work, right? Something not worried about traveling in the car, not on the back of a motorcycle. So I brought the PS4. And I started playing Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes.
I can see your initial complaint about there is a lot of talking.
Dave watched it with me.
Well, see, here's the thing: is that doesn't bother me at all.
I was very bored.
It doesn't. See, to me though, I wasn't bored by it, and I might be 6+ hours into it from last night, right?
How does he do this?
It's a 12-hour shift where nothing was going on. All right.
He beat Uncharted 4 and played 6 hours of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Not the same day.
I know.
Those two were on completely different days. Okay, look, you sit there for 12 hours in a dark room and see if you don't. Anyway, but yeah, I can see the complaint with how much talking there is. Now, like I said, to me that's not a bad thing. Like I enjoyed the story, I enjoyed all that stuff. Right, dude. This game might rival Zelda for me. It is that good.
Okay, I'm so glad because here's where I ended up coming down on it.
Well,
if you have the time to play it, you will love it. But if you have even a shred less than a 6-hour shift where you're doing nothing at work, something like that, you're not gonna love it. Like you're kind of like it just. So I'm glad. I don't want to be a Dave here. I'm super thrilled.
This is a thing now?
This is a thing. People come to Dave and they're like, hey, Dave, man, I really am enjoying this game. I think it's great. Just one problem. He's like, nope, deal breaker.
No, this.
What do you? Okay, so let's dive into this because this is a thing.
Hold on.
It's not only. Okay, you go first. It's your show.
No, you know what? No, wait. Now I need to address
this. I was gonna ramble. I was gonna rant. You go.
No. I want to hear this.
I need to know what makes me a Dave. Although, I mean, obviously, my name is Dave.
I mean, you were born a Dave. It's what makes other people a Dave.
Hold on. There are plenty of games that get way more praise from me than they ever should. I'm just blatantly honest about how I feel about them, which.
No, the problem that comes in, Dave. What makes it a Dave?
Oh, I didn't mean to do this.
No, wait. No. John and I are about to fight right now.
Damn it. Oh, it's not what I meant.
We're going to throw down right here, right now.
So sometimes you just get real bitter. No, is bitter the word? Yeah. No, you get these you're having like bitter moments.
I'm staying out of this.
Okay. Let's.
It's your fault, Sean.
Let's dive into. Okay, so it's not just that there's a lot of talking, because that is fine. It can be really compelling, I think, when it's done really well. I think there are moments where this game is great, but more often than not, those acting moments, I don't care about what the people are saying. I didn't really care about the tribe aspect. Like as soon as you get past a certain milestone, things open up for Aloy, and she discovers a world that I just don't really care that much about. She makes later a discovery that I care a lot more about, but there's a good chunk of like what makes this world a thing that I'm like, I don't care. I don't think the acting is very good either. I mean, for a lot of the characters, I think Aloy's great.
Is the acting hold on. Off that comment for a second. Is the acting in Zelda that great?
Okay, so that's a thing that like a lot of people do where
John compared them, right?
Well, yeah, what makes one game not good doesn't make another game not good. Like you can't really do that because it's just in a set of whole. You can't. Okay. I don't think.
Well, no. So here's the thing: is when I compared them, it's only in that which is the best game of this year type comparison.
Okay. So
right, not comparing the game piece to piece. Although there are things that like I can say I like this better in Zelda and I like this better in Horizon, right? But the overall comparison was: is there a game that's going to give Zelda a run for its money? In my opinion, and this game can do it.
The question is there a game that's going to save the PlayStation 4 for me? Probably not.
For you? No.
Better.
But so here's the thing with all the talking and stuff at the beginning is I am so intrigued by what's going on. Like why are these people out there digging and why did they attack people and who is her mom and what was the before? Because at the very beginning she goes down in the tunnels or the whatever they call it, and it's a subway station.
Yep, it's very cool.
And it was so awesome. And once you get out there, I'm killing those electronic dinosaur machine things is so satisfying.
Oh
my god, it's so satisfying.
When I saw this game for the first couple times I saw this game, it intrigued me a lot. But then, like, as I saw more and more about it, it became more boring. Like, as people got their hands on it and as things kind of came out about it, like, I just got more and more bored. Maybe,
I'm the type of person that I can hear John talk about how much fun he's having with this game, and I'm like, did I really not like this game? Like, you're actually making me feel like I've actually recorded my thoughts on not enjoying my time with this game. And it really, I think, ultimately has to do with how much time I had available to play it.
And I can kind of get that, but there's these moments in the game, right? Like not like
Have you done improving yet?
Yeah, I'm through that. I am out past the gates. I am trying to help find the people who are who went through and like did all the killing and stuff. Like I'm also trying to find them. But there's this part where you're walking around and you find a long neck and you have to get up on top of this thing, and you get up on top of the long neck. And it's just awesome.
Okay, now that this is going to be the longest episode of this show we've ever done.
That's not true.
Hold on. I want to bring up one more thing. Because apparently John has so much time in his life to play games. I got to play in Splatfest, and I realized we didn't talk about Splatfest at all.
Dude, what's there to say?
Officially, the only podcast that hasn't talked about Splatoon.
Hold on. One, the ketchup versus mayo thing was amazing, and I didn't even know that until I got home from work, and I booted it up at like 10 o'clock at night just to play for like the 2 hours that I got to play, and I didn't realize we were actually going to be fighting with ketchup and mayo.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I didn't realize that either.
That was amazing. It was awesome. Also, Team Mayo, because ketchup is grosser.
Okay, so but did you look at this?
They're both awful. I hate both of them. I want neither on anything I ever eat ever.
What do you put on your fries?
Mustard.
Salt.
What?
Mustard?
Who puts mustard on fries? Okay. So no, here's the one thing intrigues me.
Vinegar. Actually, I put vinegar on my fries. Like
gross.
All right.
Here's the thing that intrigued me about this whole Splatfest was, so it was mayonnaise versus ketchup. 73% of people chose ketchup, I believe. And ketchup was the one associated with the DJ girl, which apparently ice cream was also associated with her and had like that same ratio. And people keep talking about like people are really voting for her over whatever I don't know.
Oh,
her
nobody
thing
cares
is.
about Marina and other girl whose name I don't remember.
Pearl. No, but if you
Pearl.
look at them, like Marina looks cool and Pearl looks scary,
True.
right?
But you guys
apparently-
also?
Huh?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna jump in and say, did you realize that Marina is also a word for harbor? So you have a Japanese game starring.
Oh, don't
Pearl
no. We're not going down this. We're not doing this, Sean.
I
Oh
just
my
wanted to
God.
let everybody know, in case, just to enlighten people, you're just listening to the musical.
History lesson. There's the
good thing I
history
didn't do
lesson.
my history lesson because, I want to say this week in history, the second atomic bomb was dropped.
There you go. Tie-in.
Can
Pearl
we-
Harbor.
Whoa. Okay. Mind blown.
Kamikaze.
That you can only say that because you're in Canada. All right.
I lived in Pearl Harbor for a while.
I know. We talked about it.
Oh, that's right.
And moving on.
I've been to Ford Island, seen all the bullet holes in the buildings.
All right. That was it. That's all I wanted to talk about Splatfest.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and the long short of the whole Horizon thing is that I'm having so much fun with it, and it just feels satisfying. Like the combat feels satisfying,
Okay.
and I like sneaking up and being sneaky in the grass and stabbing people.
All right.
But that's just what I do at home.
I'm not going to play this game.
Whoa.
Never. Refuse to play it.
God, you're such a dick.
I've already been spoiled. I already know how it ends.
All right. So this is what we're gonna do, Sean. This is
Okay.
the game we're playing here.
I love games.
I am going to go through movies that are coming out and video games that are coming out.
Uh-huh.
As I'm going through this, any of us can randomly just stop me and start giving a review of it, having never seen or played or ever touched the thing.
This might be the best idea you've ever had. I can't wait. I'm so glad I'm here.
I think it might have been Dave's idea, sadly.
It
Not
is mine.
sadly, but I can't take credit.
This would probably be better for Adam Leonard, not to brag, to join in. His improv skills are out of this world. But I'll be the consolation prize. That's fine. I'll do my best.
I can take a consolation prize. Okay. And if no one says anything, I might have to assign reviewers to things as they go. Okay, so coming out in the theaters this week. All right, so August 11th, I guess, is the day that most of these things will drop.
Yeah, that would be Thursday, the night most movies drop.
So there's Annabella Creation, which I don't know.
Annabelle.
Annabelle.
It's a horror movie.
Annabelle. Yeah, it looks like it could be. Is it supposed to be any good?
No, this is a mediocre horror movie coming out in the summertime, which means it's going to be garbage.
Here's Dave's review.
You
were literally just prompting him for it.
No,
Down.
any horror movie that gets pushed to summer and gets put out in before October is immediately known as garbage, and
But I
everybody
like The
knows
Purge
it.
last year. The Purge was good last year, election year,
And when did that come out?
in the summer.
No, it didn't. And that movie was not good.
Just disputing everything I have to say.
Okay, so then we have The Glass Castle, and Sean. One that I think you can do a good review here of is Ingrid Goes West, starring Aubrey Plaza and Elizabeth Olsen.
Right. So Ingrid Goes West is a live-action sequel to the children's classic Fievel Goes West, and it actually really pulls a lot of nostalgia, but somehow managed to translate a lot of the love and care and handcrafted nature of the original back into this sequel. It really is a wonderful tale.
Is it a sequel or is it a reboot because they wanted a female lead?
It's a seek boot.
A seek boot.
It's a sequel boot.
That is only
It's a boot quel. It's a boot quel.
Oh, there we go. Well, Kate Beckinsale has a new movie coming out called The Only Living Boy in New York.
Can we wait? Can we actually coin that? Like basically Ghostbusters was a bootquel. Like it took place in like a universe that must have had something to do with the original Ghostbusters.
Yep.
But it wasn't an actual sequel. So it was like a reboot sequel. I think we found the name for it.
I think I can leave now. My work is done.
Your work is done.
No. There's like 27 more video games /movies /things that we have to review.
That's true, and we'll be doing that instead of playing the games that we complain about not having time to play.
There are so many games. I've got too many to play.
I just play Splatoon when I casually can, and that's all I can handle right now.
So we got the Nut Job 2, Nutty by Nature, is coming out this week.
Okay, so Nut Job 2 is a sequel to a movie that nobody even knew existed called Nut Job, and this has something to do with squirrels. I know that.
But they added Tim Allen to this movie, which he brings just a lot of like family fun nature to it. It's a really good. It's a romp. This is a really good romp.
It's a romp. Did you know that Natalie Portman has a movie coming out? Called Planetarium?
The Planetarium.
What?
From South Park, the Planetarium. He can't say the T in Planetarium.
I didn't know that. This is a drama fantasy mystery. Follows a journey of sisters who are believed to possess the supernatural ability to connect with ghosts. I like me some Natalie Portman.
Yeah, the ghost story was believable in this one, but unfortunately, I was not really connecting with the sister. I didn't really believe. There was no chemistry, which is so surprising for Natalie Portman. It seems like she could create chemistry out of a petri dish, but she just can't manage to do it. She couldn't create
a sister out of a petri dish.
No, she couldn't. No, there's more chemistry with the supernatural. It was weird.
What
I
about
left the theater flummoxed on that one?
What is this? Hold on a second. Is this a Netflix original
starring Natalie Portman? Does that mean we get to watch it for free?
No. Marlon Wayans is a Netflix film, but it says it's coming to theaters. It's called Naked.
Aren't they going to do that now? I thought they were going to do that.
I hadn't heard.
I mean, it's pretty strange. Never mind. I'm not gonna make that joke.
So Marlon Wayans, his name is on the cover of this poster, but if on IMDb he's the third person named, like shouldn't he be the first one?
IMDb is a joke. Don't listen to IMDb.
I mean, it doesn't talk to me.
IMDb can't be your friend.
Okay, let's look at what games are coming out here.
All right, and should we be giving like a score on these reviews?
No. What did you give to the Sisters one?
The Sisters was 2 out of 5. It was really disappointing.
2 out of 5 thumbs?
Yeah, 2 out of 5 thumbs.
Okay.
I need more thumbs.
Okay.
I think we found how this segment works.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It does.
So apparently on PS4 and Xbox One coming out tomorrow is Black Hole Complete Edition. That just sounds wrong.
Dave, you want to take that one?
I'm gonna take that one and say this is Black Hole. It's the spiritual sequel to No Man's Sky, and you need to just forget about it because basically it's just a black hole, and you're just gonna end up back at the outside of the universe again, and you're never gonna want to play this for more than 2 minutes in your life. Like you'll get off that first planet, you'll realize this is exhilarating. You'll fly through a black hole and realize you got to do it over and over and over again, and you're gonna be really, really bored, and it's gonna be somehow worse.
The really disappointing thing about Black Hole is that everybody really confuses it with the other game that is coming out very shortly. It's one of those like Armageddon and Deep Impact kind of situations, but there's also a game called Poop Simulator coming out that everybody's like mixing up. It's not really the same.
Batman the enemy, Batman the enemy. Oh God, I can't even speak. Batman: The Enemy Within episode 1 is coming out. Is that the second season of the Batman Telltale?
This is the second part of Batman and the Enemy, meaning he's teaming up with Finding Nemo to live.
Oh, I see.
Legit review, 2 out of 5 stars. Still all the Telltale problems that you've come to love and expect from these types of games.
But does it have a good Batman? Does it have a good Batman story?
I don't care. Just
because it has the same things that we all accepted for the Walking Dead Telltale game series, we're just gonna knock it like 3 more points though, Sean. So it's got to be like -1, just because it's got the same problems that all these games that people love, except like Walking Dead will remain as one of the coolest things that ever existed because it did it first, and as movies continue to do the same thing over and over and over again, like the Marvel movies, we continue to dock them even more because they're doing the same thing, despite the fact that they're just as good and if not maybe better than the originals that they were copying the same idea off of.
Okay.
Yeah, Armageddon wouldn't be the best movie ever made if they just filmed it with one of those hand crank cameras, because it'd be all stuttery and the frame rate would be all messed up. Same thing with these Telltale games.
Are you saying otherwise Armageddon is the best movie ever made?
It is. I actually had a dream last night. I wanted to tell you guys that I met Bruce Willis and I was able to tell him that Armageddon is my favorite movie of all time.
Did you ask him about his hit band 30-Aught Foot Crutch?
No, but I made sure to tell him that that Die Hard is still within top 10.
Okay. Well, that's nice of you.
Which I actually don't know if it is for me. But I guess probably it could by default.
I think if you meet him, I think by default you tell him that anyway.
Yeah, but I want to be truthful to him, because otherwise he'll peer into my soul and know otherwise.
Wow. You have a very high thought of this man.
Well, just his look. I mean, anyway, I digress. I apologize.
Destiny, the official coloring book, comes out.
Oh, there's so many lines to color within.
Can I get Ben? Can I get Ben to color this for me?
No, because as you will one day hear, he is very mad at Destiny right now.
We hear.
Yeah, I have to wait till we actually record the next time, and he can explain why. Graceful,
you know, Ben, because I know you listen to this, Ben. Coloring books make everybody feel better. I think you need to color this coloring book.
There is a coloring book called Unicorns or Assholes or something like that.
Nice.
It is. You got to look this up, and read the reviews on Amazon, because it's people writing reviews like, "Oh, we were about to hire a unicorn for this office, and then we read this book and realized that'd be a terrible idea." And the reviews are amazing. Graceful Explosion Machines coming to PS4 and Windows. It's been out on the Switch for a while. Here's one. Here's a good one. This next game actually takes place as you go and visit a friend who works at a 7-Eleven who has to take a pee break after working for 21 hours. So you're watching his thing, and he gives you a free drink, and the game's called Icy.
No, hold on. 7-Eleven, despite the fact that 7-Eleven is an awful, horrible company that should never employ people.
Oh my god!
Okay, Sean, I worked there. I can say that. Number two, and I worked for corporate. So this is corporate stores doing these kind of things to people. They don't ever replace the cheese or the chili in the chili cheese dogs. Don't eat the cheese or the chili. You should
just know that as a human being.
Yes, but I can confirm it. Okay, number two. What was I saying about this?
I don't know. I just called the game's called Icy, and it's about visiting you.
No, 7-Eleven, I'll back them up on this. They sell Slurpees, not Icies.
Okay, but there was licensing issues.
Icy provides the machines that dispense Slurpees.
Okay, but
that's really neat.
It was a licensing issue, and they had to call it Icy.
It's a good way to get around it. It's Clerks the game, so I like it. 5 stars.
but not Clerks 2, because they should have just never made that one.
You know what? That had moments. That all right.
Sure. But lots of things have moments. I watched because I was bored. And
that's the beautiful thing you said today, John.
Horizon Zero Dawn has moments. It's when you're fighting those dinosaurs, but it's not great.
No, Horizon Zero Dawn is absolutely fantastic so far. I decided, because I couldn't figure out what to watch, and I was flipping through Hulu to find a show, and I stumbled across the first season of Charles in Charge.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, I'm going to watch this. This is going to be terrible. But you know what? Even it had its moments. I laughed out loud a couple times, which I felt really bad about afterwards. So just because something has its moments doesn't mean it's still good.
I enjoyed them trouncing all over the Lord of the Rings in comparison to Star Wars. I also enjoyed the introduction of ATM, ass to mouth.
I mean, is that how you got introduced to it?
That is. And I thought that was the only way that it sort of came out, because whenever I refer to it, just in my everyday life, nobody knows what I'm talking about. I giggle every time somebody says ATM, especially when they're referring to at the moment. They're trying to say at the moment, they say ATM, and I'm like, it's a little dirty on your face when you say that.
As long as you're wiping the right way.
And I have Clerks 2 to thank for that. More poop talk with Sean Capri. You're welcome.
Now here's a real one. I'm curious if anyone's actually excited about. And Dave, I already know your answer. So I'm wondering if Sean is excited about this or not. Lawbreakers.
Boring.
Ooh,
Dumb.
Cliffy B.
Who would play this? This sounds like an awful game.
Yeah,
I would play this. Oh, Dave.
God, you're
We
such a
need to find you
Dave.
some enjoyment. Oh my goodness.
Forza.
Go watch some porn or something.
Forza Horizon 3, Splatoon, and Mario Kart are my only forms of video game enjoyment at this point.
Oh, that makes life way more manageable, I think.
Yeah,
I'm not even joking. That actually is a good approach. But Lawbreakers looks like the real deal.
Okay.
No,
as long as there's a couple good games, I'm good.
That's better than being overwhelmed like I am. So
I mean, I just accept that most. It's easy, Sean. You just accept that most games are garbage, and people just like them. They're not actually good. And in 10 years, everybody will be like, Horizon Zero Dawn, that was so lame. Why'd we play that?
Sad to hear
I don't think it will.
words.
Like, I don't think anyone will say that. It's one of those games that people.
I think it'll be better outside of the hype. Like as it grows outside of the hype bubble, this game will be more revered.
I enjoy more games out of the hype than I do games during the hype.
Me too.
Okay.
Lawbreakers gets a 4 out of 5 out of 10.
A 4 out of 5 out of 10. Good. Now, is it supposed to be an Overwatch-y type game? I was listening to Easy Allies, and their bet this week. They do a bet every week. Their bet this week was how many times the word Overwatch is going to be in the top 10 or the 10 most recent reviews. So is it like an Overwatch type game?
Yeah, a hero-based kind of multiplayer shooter. But like it seems way more hardcore. Like it seems like if you mashed up like Unreal Tournament or Quake Arena with those games and then allowed you to fly around because there's no gravity or there's like little pockets of no gravity. And I feel like, so Alex Van Aken did a video that talked about what Cliff Bleszinski brings to games in terms of like locomotion and actually moving around in these games. And it's such an amazing video. You should definitely check it out, youtube.com/okbeast. And it makes me so hyped for this game. If you like anything that he's done before, I just kind of like trust Cliff Bleszinski, and I think that he gets a lot of hate for just being like kind of arrogant and sure of himself, cocksure and headstrong. Is that the saying?
I mean, sure, why not?
Like he's kind of like he kind of is allowed to. He's been around. He's made some like epic games, literally, and I trust him. I want to try this game for sure. I'm just sad that it's only on PS4. It's a PS4 console exclusive. So that's cool.
Yeah, the worst console ever made.
Ever made.
So coming out on Xbox One and PS4 is the Mega Man
never send me a
Legacy,
review copy ever.
the Mega Man Legacy Collection 2.
Dave,
anyone care?
Here's what's gonna happen, right?
Oh God.
This let me review this. Let me review this based on a Dave perspective in his life. Okay? Here's what's gonna happen. They're gonna put this thing out, right?
Sean's losing it.
oh my God. It was close.
It's gonna come out. People are gonna be angry and screaming that it needs to be on Switch, right? And eventually they will put it on Switch, right? But they're gonna bundle it in with like some like silver Mega Man amiibo.
Platinum amiibo.
Right. So I'm gonna go buy it, right? And then I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna regret every minute of it because I can't even get through one level of a single Mega Man game in my life because I suck at Mega Man.
I suck at Mega Man too.
So I will regret my $60 purchase in order just to have this amiibo that's going to be on my Switch. Just that's it. That's
a huge reason why I don't have that amiibo, because I suck at Mega Man and I refuse to pay the extra cost just for that amiibo.
Thanks GameStop for letting me purchase that 3DS bundle with that gold Mega Man amiibo and then return the 3DS copy of the game so that I could later So I just returned the game. So I basically paid nothing. I mean, I paid what? It was like a $50 game or a $40 game. I don't remember. But I paid just the extra cost that they were bundling that amiibo in with.
Gosh. John, do we have any games this week that can like bring back the Dave smile?
Sure. Oh, no. I Flip Wars for the Switch. Dave?
Oh, no.
Flip Wars, Dave?
No, John. No.
Okay, well, hold on. Also on Switch, Ironcast.
Unless it is about making podcasts in which you get to be angry
It is.
about
Nice.
the amount of terrible video games that people keep saying are really good, that I'm not interested.
No, it's actually it's a podcast about ironing your clothes.
Oh,
wow.
Ironcast.
I mean, so it's laundry room clutter.
Yeah.
I mean, so
well played.
Nice.
Well played.
I can't wait
yes.
to make this show.
I thought it was like Iron Chef, but for podcasts.
Here's the only secret to
No.
doing laundry, right? You realize that laundry sucks, and folding laundry is probably the worst part about it. But
Hang it all up.
the secret to making your laundry experience better is just buying those Tide pods, so you could be lazy and just throw the pods in.
Why is that much easier? Can you explain that to me? Is that
I don't-
It's really not that much harder.
No, it's okay. It's not. I mean, it's not that hard to fill up the cup, right? Like it's not. But if you're like me and you feel like you're wasting soap, like when you fill up that cup, like you dump the cup in and then you're like, that's great. Except now you got to like run water into the cup and then dump the water into the washer.
No,
and dry.
put the cup in the washer.
You put the cup. No, you don't. That'll destroy the cup.
It's
No, it
fine.
won't.
I've been doing it for
How
years.
hot of water do you wash your clothes in?
Nuclear heat.
It's not the heat. It's the banging around in this ancient washer.
It's fine.
What,
It's all
you
cushion
washing
around
it
the
by
clothes.
itself? It's just
So wait.
put
This
the cup in there, just one cup in there with no clothes and like 600-degree water. That's the way Dave is washing this.
I wash everything on cold because I don't want to pay a gas
Then
bill.
you're fine.
So wait. So the secret is literally just throw the cup in. Wow. So
put it in.
my whole life has been changed. Laundry.
Laundry room clutter is this
Episode 1.
0?
Actually, I really do like the Tide Pods. It does make your life really easy.
No, we use them too. But
Yeah.
Oh my god.
but we use them. I don't know why we use them, but we do use them.
Yeah.
Do you
But
guys
not-
remember?
not-
Did you guys watch Futurama?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Futurama? Do you remember that when he gets to the future and he wants to eat an Oreo cookie, and so he takes like the one part of the Oreo and he unwraps it, and he takes the middle, the white part, and he unwraps that, and he puts and it has all that waste. Everything has a wrapper. That's what you're doing with your laundry. Does not need a
but it
wrapper.
doesn't-
There's no waste with Tide Pods.
Yeah, it just
Well, it
dissolves.
disintegrates, but you have to create that plastic. You think that just gets like out of thin air? Just like boop, pod.
Yeah, it comes off a tree.
Oh, it's a pod tree.
Yes,
I thought that's how we created podcasts.
it is.
And Tide Pods. Tide Pods are the waste.
Yeah, and we also use those stuff for our dishwasher.
Just how they waste time on this podcast.
Fair.
I do have one more game, and this might be an
Oh, yeah,
Xbox
this segment.
exclusive.
This better be good.
Ready, Dave? This one's for you. I want you to
This
tell
should
me
be
how
Dave's
this game
new
was when you
podcast.
reviewed it.
Hold on, I didn't hear this.
The game is called Jump, Step, Step.
I'm assuming that I press jump, and then I press it jump again, and then I press forward to step.
Don't assume you've played it. You're reviewing it.
Oh, okay. So jump step is
Jump,
the
jump,
most.
Not the
Step.
title of the game.
If you jump, step, you're gonna lose.
Okay,
But
got
if
it.
you jump, step, you might win.
Okay, jump step is the best 2D side-scrolling platformer ever devised for the Xbox, because God knows they don't know how to put out a decent platformer on the Xbox. Because the only things they own are some of the greatest platforming franchises of all time, but they refuse to make any good games out of them. So this is an indie developer's desperate attempt to put a decent platformer on the Xbox, and turns out it's really, really fun. It's so fun that you have to jump, step, then step, jump.
No, you have to jump, step. You already lost. We need to start a new show, or at least a new segment, maybe a monthly one, called Bitter Reviews by Dave.
You don't need a segment for that.
It's already, we're doing it right
It's
now.
just the show.
It's just
It's the whole show.
Guys, that's what's coming out.
Oh,
I can't wait.
I mean,
I mean,
Wait for Lawbreakers to come out. There's nothing happening.
No, for real, as the real review, there's no game in here that I'm excited for.
no, it's not. It's not a big
Or
week.
movie
Apparently,
this
it's a
week.
big month.
It's
I mean-
it's the big month for all the developers to put out the games that they held off till it wasn't like the prime summer season to sell off the big games like Splatoon, and it's the end. It's before the holiday season, so these are the games that they made that they know aren't really going to do that well. So they're putting them out
I don't
now.
know. Like next week, there's some decent sized games coming out.
They know they can't compete with the holiday season, so they might as well put them out before the holiday season.
I don't know, man.
You say that like there's shame in it. There's no shame in a game not competing with like Destiny and Call of Duty and Battlefront, Star Wars.
I'm not. I'm just making people angry, Sean. Calm.
Oh, okay.
Calm.
I missed
calm.
Okay. Well, I can't wait for Black Hole.
Yeah, Black Hole is going to be the greatest sequel to No Man's Sky ever made.
So is the next one going to be called like Enter the Black Hole? Or exit the black hole.
It'll be Dawn of the Black Hole because they have to make it really confusing which one comes first, like most franchises do now.
Rim of the Black Hole.
Hang on a second.
And then it'll be Rise of the Black Hole.
Rise of the Black Hole.
And you're not sure. Now you're not sure if Black Hole, Rise, or Dawn.
I remember seeing that on there and I jumped over that one and forgot to go back to it. Is that one worthwhile?
Cinemori looked amazing. It is a bullet hell. Like, if you guys like games that are bullet hells, then you're gonna love this game. This is the one. It showed up in the Nindies highlight, and that's one of the games that totally caught my eye. I can't wait for it. But it looks like, is it only dropping for PlayStation right now? Is it coming to Switch later?
Hold on.
I know it's coming to Switch at some point, but it's only listed here for PlayStation 4.
Are you on the VGReleaseList.com?
I am. This is my go-to. Also, I won't be here next week to talk.
Up to date?
I mean, yeah.
Because I always wonder with these things.
That's a good thing to wonder. It's always good to question things that you read on the internet, John.
I do, and things I hear on the internet.
Especially podcasts with Sean Capri on them.
Hi.
Yeah, we the Ironcast.
Mm-hmm. Ironcast is a podcast show starring Dave because he does 1,000 of them, just like Chef Gordon Ramsay has 1,000 different restaurants, and he just puts people through Dave puts people through podcasting challenges, and then screams at them when they mess up.
Or no, just talks bitterly at them when they suggest a game.
Yeah, Dave. It's gonna be my mission. We need to get you some joy back in your life. We need to make that spark again.
But we need to make that spark in a way that you would not expect. We need the unexpected spark.
Mm-hmm. We need the PlayStation 5 to come out and then just make a solid game for it. And just
you still have your PlayStation? Maybe that's it. Maybe you should just get rid of it.
You know how many times I've thought about that, Sean?
Because like, how would you watch Amazon Prime that you're apparently having set up on your Xbox?
I wouldn't have a way to do it.
And speaking of which, I know this kind of takes us off this topic for a second, but I have to change this week's movie because it is the one I chose is no longer on Amazon Prime.
Oh, how does that happen? It happened to Fluxapose too.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, it wasn't going to be a good movie anyway. It was going to be entertaining, but not good. You should still watch it at some point.
Okay. So what's our new movie, John?
You said you'd never seen Super, correct?
No, never seen Super.
Okay. We need to watch Super.
Okay.
Have you seen Super, Sean?
I've never heard of it.
Where do I watch Super?
It's on Netflix.
Okay, great.
So Super is Rainn Wilson and Ellen Page. And Rainn Wilson basically decides he's going to become a superhero. And comedy ensues. Hilarity ensues.
I'm sure it does.
It's got a number of big names you'll notice throughout it
that I won't recognize, and then I'll get emails from Adam Leonard. By emails, I mean tweets.
It's got Liv Tyler in it.
All right.
No. Kevin Bacon.
Everybody watch Super for Friday. By Friday. Yeah. Okay.
John, you better watch it too. You got nothing to do today.
I got lots to do today.
Get back on the Nerdflix and chill bandwagon. You gotta watch two movies. Nobody watched it. You gotta watch 2 movies every week.
Oh my God, I don't know how you did that. That was the best thing. That was awesome.
All right.
I've got nothing else.
Don't we have another segment? I feel like you were.
No.
Oh, we don't. Oh, okay.
No, I mean I can read you 5 technologies that will change the world in baffling ways.
No, we'll save
that. Products clearly designed for stupid rich people.
No, these all sound awful. Nobody will tune in on Wednesday now. Don't tune in on Wednesday.
Yeah, no, we'll have other stuff to talk about on Wednesday. Is like what old game maybe at least one of us played.
Okay, Sean. This is your moment then. Are you ready? I already listened to We the Gamercast for this morning.
Okay.
Wow. I think I'm at the end of it.
That's so fresh.
One officially, it's on Dayspace.
Yep.
Over Dayspace.
I forgot to mention that on the show. I'm sorry. It was a race to get that thing out.
It's fine.
I'm finding it really difficult to record those intros and outros. Like, it's just been like, I've got 10 minutes and now I can do it. Holy crap.
But then you talk for 35 minutes.
But I don't. That's the thing. It's getting a little tighter.
It was pretty tight today.
Dave's enjoying how tight it gets.
It's a very good episode. If you haven't listened to it, go over there. You want to tell us about it, Sean? You want to give people a reason to go over there and listen?
No, I'm gonna just use this opportunity to use you guys as my therapist because I'm getting really self-conscious about these episodes lately. I don't know what is going on. I'm just kind of getting in my own head.
Well, you're pulling in people from like actual.
Maybe that's it.
Like, yeah, because you had what's her name? Marissa
Roberto. I wasn't self-conscious about that actually. I'm very proud of that episode. I'm very stoked.
No, that was great. But then you got someone from Kind of Funny now.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
no, it's actually, I recorded an episode yesterday with Ben Bellevue, who is a Kind of Funny best friend, and he's like 25, like Dave. But
is he
unlike
bitter?
Dave,
is he bitter like me? Is he a bitter?
Well, actually, unlike so in the middle of the interview, and you guys will hear this next week, I realized that I'm the person that Ben grew up hating. And so, like, when I was growing, he tells a story about growing up with a friend who was a bit of a jerk, and then I realized I did all the things that his friend was doing to him that made him a jerk. And I'm like, oh no!
Did you guys fight? Did you fight like
no,
me and John?
He was amazing. He's very mature. He didn't like hold any of it against me. I said things like I put my foot in my mouth about 6 or 7 times. So look forward to that. That's our seminal episode 99.
I am so looking forward to that now.
Oh, it made me sick to my stomach. So I jotted down like a whole diatribe that I'm going to do for next week. I'm not even going to talk about the games I'm playing or anything. It's just like this realization that I had thanks to this very insanely intelligent and mature and well-spoken guest that I had for episode 99.
Did you call neighbor Matt later and tell him how you felt?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I was telling a story with neighbor Matt about how we got in some argument, and I can't remember exactly. And I even like flubbed the details and telling the story because I realized as I was saying it how I was the jerk in his. Like, I just had this like I've never had such a realization that, and then I started thinking about how people would perceive me in the interview, and that flubbed me up a little bit, which I never do. I never think of what the audience is thinking during the interview, and I did in this moment. It really threw me off. But neighbor Matt and I had an argument one time, and I wanted to like steal Street Fighter 2 from him because he wouldn't let me play it. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense. I don't have a Super Nintendo. Why would I? So I actually did one of the jerk things that he described that his friend did, and I didn't get a laugh out of it. Like, I didn't get like, haha, kids are kids. Like, nope, that was
like, you got like this weird feeling of feeling the way. Okay,
it didn't connect like I maybe thought in the beginning and realized mid-story that it wasn't going to, and I had to just finish it anyways. It sucked. It sucked big time. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Sean,
that was such a great ending to the show.
Here's the reality. There's a super cool thing you can do now. You can go over to forgetbeingcool.com where you can get not only the amazing show notes that John so wonderfully provides over there, where you can get the links to the music. You can also pull this little tab down at the top of the page, and you'll like see this thing that says shows, and at the bottom of that, because it's in alphabetical order, you'll see We the Gamercast. So you can listen to Sean's show over there too. It's powered by dacespace.com. So it's a super cool thing.
That too. Sorry, I didn't say that.
It's okay. It's all right.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. It's still over at We the Nerdy, of course, as
we'll
always.
Make it better.
Well,
you guys can always be better too if you want.
This is Forget Being Cool. This is episode 28. Thank you to Sean for coming in here to review horrible things and call me out for being bitter. Somebody had to be positive. We need some more positivity on the show. Otherwise, John and I are going to start fist fighting live on the air. I mean, like over the internet, but of course, like fist fighting, like legit fist fighting.
Like Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
We got
We
Rock'em Sock'em.
get arms going.
We could just play arms. Arms is always a possibility, and I will get my Joy-Cons out as Sean is so showing us. Okay, so go to freakingbeingcool.com, get our links, go listen to Sean's show. Got anything else, John?
I got nothing.
You sure you got nothing?
I mean, what else would I have?
I don't know. I feel like you should have something. You go listen to the Generational Gamer podcast with him and Ben Butler.
Yeah, the new one will come out. Oh man, I gotta set that one to come out. It comes out in 2 days, and I have not made it ready to come out.
Don't listen to any of my other podcasts because there's too many of them. We'll see you guys on Wednesday morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time on the Dayspace YouTube channel. Later. Peace out. Somebody's supposed to say bye here. Okay, or not.
Oh god, that was perfect ending. Sean and I both played the same funny.
I know. It's like John's not going to say bye. Like, this is going to be amazing. Leave him hanging.